Hi everyone, welcome back. In the last segment that we did, we talked about embracing discomfort when we're in a place of unknown in our life. And that could be kind of a scary place to be. Today I want to share with you, because someone had written in and said, okay, Sandy, that's nice that you're asking us to embrace the pain, but what do we do with it when we're embracing it? And I want to discuss that today. What does it mean to embrace pain? It really means to be with it. It means to not be afraid of whatever it is that you're feeling. Quite often, the energy that we're feeling is linked to a past event that keeps getting triggered and triggered and triggered in our life. And it triggers our ego. It triggers some fear that's inside of us. What I would love for you to understand is that there's a part of you, the soul essence of who you are, that doesn't ever get triggered. When you remember that you are your soul essence, you start to remember that you are bigger than any problem that you have. You're bigger than any unknown that you face. You are bigger than any challenge that seems to be put in front of you. Sometimes we can feel really little when these challenges are happening, and it can be scary. And when I get into those places, I surrender. I am present with the pain that I feel, and then I take it, I kind of scoop it all up from wherever I'm holding it. Quite often I hold it around my heart or in my shoulder area, but I'll take it and I'll envision putting it right here in my hands, and then I give it to the divine. I give it to God. Because when we surrender any energies that we're tired of feeling, whether it's worry or fear or pain or trying too hard to control something, when we're able to surrender that, all of a sudden we open ourselves up, we open our mind, we open our hearts for divine guidance, for healing, for wisdom to come through us. And what amazingly happens is life has a way of working itself out. I would ask you to try it after this video is done and let me know how it works for you. The other idea that I have for you is to remember a couple of things that will hopefully get you through some pockets of unknown. And sometimes I call that the anxiety gap, when there's a gap of time or a gap of space in your life that you sort of fill in with anxious thoughts. Remember a couple of things. And the first one is that everything happens for a reason. I truly don't think I could have gotten through the loss of my daughter 16 years ago, or a huge financial loss that I went through 5 years ago, without understanding on a very deep level that everything in life happens for a reason, to help us to learn, to grow, so that we can somehow share with another human being and help them out on their journey. The second idea is to understand that life and God have your back. That life is happening for you, not to you. Nothing in your life is here to punish you. We do a pretty good job of punishing ourselves with our own thoughts. But yeah, life and God truly do have your back, and everything that's happening is bringing you to an expanded awareness. It's helping you to somehow learn how to open your heart so that you can return back to love rather than stay in the drama of what's happening in your life. Remember, you're bigger than anything that's going on in your life right now. I want to share with you a part of the dialogue that I had from What Was God Thinking with God about the dramas that happen in our life. Sandy, this is not a judgment, but just notice that you all have dramas that play out in life. How hooked into them are you? How have you let the dramas define you, or rather, deafen you to my voice? And just as a side note, throughout the whole dialogue in this book, God kept coming up with these absolutely adorable little play on words that I just love. Let me read that one to you again. How have you let the dramas define you, or rather, deafen you to my voice? You get to decide what the drama means to you or about you, and there's a feeling associated with it. You choose consciously or unconsciously the thoughts that you hold. So I say to you, surrender, and then choose higher. What I mean by that is that there's always another way that you can choose to think about a situation you're experiencing, a way that holds not fear, but peace and love. So my hope for all of you today is that you can surrender whatever icky feeling you might be holding on to, and then understand that there's a different way that you can look at whatever drama is happening in your life. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. I'll see you next time.